Hi, everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jack Canfield, and my guest today is Bronwyn Smith, who's the best-selling author of Dream a Big Life. Now, Bronwyn was a family lawyer and a litigation lawyer for nearly 30 years and is now a coach and a clinical hypnotherapist, teaching people how to change their relationship with money to be abundant and financially free. Welcome to the show, Bronwyn.
Hi, Jack. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to have you here. You've written a really great book. So let's talk about your book, Dream a Big Life. Why did you write your book?
Jack, I wrote the book for a couple of reasons. When I was a family lawyer, I worked primarily with women, and I found that they didn't know about their own money. They hadn't managed their money. They'd allowed their husband to manage it, or an accountant or a bookkeeper to manage their money. And so they couldn't answer simple questions like, how much money do you have in a savings account, or what's the balance of your mortgage? And so I thought it was important that women be able to manage their own money. And now, as a coach and a clinical hypnotherapist, I teach women how to manage their own money and to change their money mindset, and how to make managing their own money and their own financial abundance really easy and even enjoyable. And the second reason I wrote the book was because so many books just talk about the skill set, money's skill set, and money's so much more than that. It's also money mindset, skill set, body memory, universal assistance, and even using your own imagination to dream your financial future. So I wanted to encompass all of those things so people had one book that they could read that encompassed it all, and it was really super easy for them to implement and follow. And people are loving it, which is fantastic.
That's great. I'm imagining some of our viewers are going, well, what's a money memory? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So your body has a memory, just like your mind. And so when you go to spend money, for example, your body may really cringe, and your body and your mind need to be in alignment. So if you've got a positive money mindset, you also need a positive body memory as well, so that you're thinking, yay, I can save and I can spend on the things I need, and your body is calm and receptive as well, and not sort of cringing or doing the complete opposite to your mind. So the money flows through your mind and your body, and it's all in alignment. So I believe it needs to all be in alignment, and so that money can flow in and out of your life naturally.
And you mentioned something called universal assistance. What is that?
So universal assistance, is when you are wanting to achieve something, then and you're really determined to achieve that, then the universe steps in and helps you. It may help you with the right book at the right time, or the right person at the right time, or just the right information at the right time. So it comes in and the universe helps you with that information that you need. So for someone watching today, they might be thinking, I really need to learn how to save, and they see this and they hear about Dream a Big Life, and that's the universe stepping in and saying, here's something that will help you on your journey to saving. And everybody experiences it, even if they, don't acknowledge it or don't even realize it. Everybody experiences universal assistance in some way or another, and it can really help you. And when you notice it coming in, you tend to bring more of it in. It's sort of a positive force coming into your life. And once you start noticing it, you'll notice it even more and be able to bring it in even more and really harness it to help you. And you would know that, Jack. You would have used universal assistance many times. And I know many times in my life that I'm just wanting some information or wanting that right person, that right teacher to come along. And then suddenly they come into my life. And so the book talks about that, how universal assistance can help you and how you can use it for your benefit as well.
Great. Now, you talk a lot about saving. And what have you found out as you looked at this over the years, the biggest misconception about money and saving that people have?
The biggest misconception about money and saving is that people think they have to earn a lot of money to be able to save. And that's just not the case. It's not true. Most people earn enough money to be able to save. What the most important thing is what they do with that money, is their spending habits. And the book talks about that. Look at your spending habits and look at where you're wasting money and take away the items that I call a waste money. So it might be TV subscriptions that you never watch, or a gym membership where you never go to the gym, or buying 3 coffees a day when you can make them at home or at work. And it's taking those things out and then putting that money into a savings account. And people find when they go through their savings habits and they work out where they're wasting money, that they can really save an awful lot of money, and it's painless. That's the wonderful thing, because they're not using those items anyhow, so they're not wasting your money on it. It's completely and utterly painless, and it's easy. So the biggest misconception is that they are not earning enough money, and they are absolutely earning enough money. It's just how they spend it.
Mm-hmm. I remember we were talking before we came on air. You were talking about a woman who just cut out her 3 coffees a day, and all of a sudden she was like saving $75 a week, I think it was, you said.
She was saving $75 a week. What a huge difference that made to her life. And
yeah, almost $5,000 a year,
Yeah, and that went straight into savings. And she didn't miss those coffees at all because she was just drinking them at home or at work. So she was still having the coffee. She just wasn't spending the money. And another client of mine said to me, she just turned off 3 TV subscriptions and she saved $35 a month. That's all she did. Turned off a couple of TV subscriptions and saved $35 a month. It was that easy. And those TV subscriptions she was never watching. So she didn't miss it. So it's really easy. And that's the difference. And I say to people, the difference with this book is it is really easy for you to implement, for you to save, and you really won't miss the items because you're not using them anyhow, or you're having them in a different way.
Okay, so we have the book, Dream Big Life. I also know you coach people. Do you do that one-on-one, group coaching? How does that work?
I do both. I love doing both. I coach people one-on-one, and they tell me where they're at and where they want to be. And then I design a program specifically for them so that they have the best outcome and they get to where they want to be. And I also do group coaching where I touch on the major pain points, like changing a negative mindset to a positive mindset, and I work with those clients in a group situation, and they have really great outcomes as well. And they're really fun. That's fun. So, and people think it's very daunting, and it's absolutely not daunting. And it's one that once they learn it, they say to me, "Oh my goodness, why didn't I do this years ago?" Because it's so easy.
Yeah, we live in a financially illiterate world. They're not teaching us in school either about the skill sets or the mindsets, and somehow you're supposed to pick it up on your own, and most people don't. Now, you're also available as a speaker. Is that correct?
That's right.
And your topic is what you talk about in the book, or is it how you how do you title your speeches?
I've got two topics, which is what I talk about in the book, financial abundance and financial freedom and financial abundance. And so I talk about those as a speaker. And I also do a hypnotherapy session with the audience as well. And they absolutely love it. So in that, I change their mindset around abundance from something negative to positive. And they love it. They think it's fantastic having a hypnotherapy session in the talk. So that's great. And the other thing I talk about is dream building. And that's another area that people don't use. They don't use their imagination to dream their life. And I teach them how to do that. And it's not something for kids. It's something for everybody, that they can really change their life by, firstly in their head, what do they want their life to look like in 1 year or 5 years or 10 years? And then the steps to get there, and changing their mindset that they can do it. And also showing them that they need to have a why. What is their why? Why do they want to really get there? Do they really want to change other people's lives? Or, do they want to change their family's life? What is it that they want to achieve, and why do they want to achieve it? And so I talk about the two things, because dream building is a really important topic as well, and can really change your financial future. If you're dreaming about a better lifestyle for your family, and then you have someone show you how step by step they can change their financial future for not only themselves but their family as well.
That's great. So how do people contact you if they'd like to work with you or hire you as a speaker? Where do they go?
They can email me at bronwyn@bronwynsmith.com, or they can go to my website, www.bronwynsmith.com.
Very good. Very good. Well, thanks for writing a great book, for doing the great work you're doing. It's very well needed. And thank you for joining us today, Bronwyn. Really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Jack. I really appreciate it.
Oh, very good. And also thanks to all of you for watching today, for joining us. And make sure to tune again next week, when I'll have another guest whose insights, whose experiences and wisdom can help you live a happier and more fulfilling life. Until then, start paying attention to your money. It deserves your attention, it deserves your awareness, your positive mindset. Start thinking about maybe where I could save some money, where am I wasting it? And then you'll have that money to invest and to perhaps spend on the more important things in your life when you need them. All right, everyone, take care. We'll see you next week.